Hello everyone and welcome to the Rift. Today we've got new cards because it's Friday. Good stuff. Alright, I've seen some of these already. I've actually played with some of these already because these are from a couple days ago. I don't think I covered them yet though, so we're just gonna go over them. I should get the not blurry versions of these, huh? Wherever they are. Give me blurry of blades. Is it not on here? Wait, really? Huh? Oh, it's orange, not red. Here it is. So this card is an orange reaction spell. 1 energy, deal 1 to all units at battlefields. This card is pretty niche. I think it is okay against Victor in some matchups. Like maybe you side this in volley if Victor's giving you trouble. It does just trade like a card for a token or 2 tokens, but you do like buy some time and deny them some points, so it's probably worth including in that matchup. As far as like other orange decks though, I don't think you have any trouble killing tokens, so I don't know if this is a good inclusion in those decks, but volley like doesn't have early game, so in that deck you can play it against Victor. It helps Warwick trigger, but that is extremely niche, so that's definitely not worth including in the deck just for that alone, I would say. In a lot of matchups this card does literally nothing unless you have Warwick, so I generally just don't want to put cards like that in my deck. But yeah, maybe niche sideboard use, I would say. The next one, overt operation. I don't know what an overt is. Is it this guy? I don't know. Yeah. Orange action spell for 5 energy and 2 power. Very expensive. For each friendly unit, you may spend its buff to ready it, and then buff all friendly units. Yeah, I don't know if anything really plays this. Like, maybe you could play it in set. I don't think that's a worthwhile inclusion, though, because you have... I think Gentleman's Duel is just better for that price point. Is that on here? Oh yeah, it's a Proving Grounds card, right? This one. I think this card's probably just a better inclusion in set for that price point. Overt is the opposite of covert. Got it, got it. Yeah, I just think this is better. If you're going for an expensive spell in like set, this is probably just the better inclusion. I don't really know if overt operation really has any situations where you'd want to use it. Like, you already have cards that can ready in Mistfall. I think this is just better at doing that and a lot cheaper. And as far as like a top end spell goes, I think you'd rather just play Stratagem or Gentleman's Duel. I think those are probably just better. Set ain't got the mana for this. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 5 and 2 is very expensive. I think this would need to be at least a bit cheaper to see play. Like, there is potential for, like, some swingy turns, I guess, but Gentleman's Duel does that too. And so does Stratagem. I think those are probably just better inclusions if you're going for a top-end spell. And other decks just can't really use this. So, yeah, I don't know. That card doesn't seem great right now. This card... Let's talk about this card. I've played with this card. This card is only in volley. That's it. Only volley plays this card. Nothing else can pay for it. It is pretty good. It's not crazy. It kind of reads a little crazy, but not for this game. Let me read the card first. Dazzling Aurora is an orange gear for 9 and 2 power, extremely expensive. At the end of your turn, reveal cards from the top of your main deck until you reveal a unit. Play it ignoring its costs, all of its costs, and recycle the rest. This card is pretty good. It's not crazy. I've played it in volley now, so most situations you just want to slam this as soon as you can and get like at least 2 bodies from it throughout the course of the game, probably. Sometimes you just can't play this though because you have to clear board instead, and you're just going to be at danger of losing out on either points or having an irrecoverable game state if you just slam this and don't deal with things right away. So it's not just forehead slam this card all the time win. It doesn't do that. It is very strong though when it is played in a game state that is stabilized enough to facilitate this card so you don't just lose. It can kind of just run away with games on its own in that case. So it's pretty good. But yeah. Yeah, pretty good volley card. You're not going to play this in anything else, you just can't pay for it. The main issue with overt operations and set is that it really only does something if your units are already buffed. Yeah. If your units are buffed, you're already winning. Yeah, probably. Especially if you have a lot of buffed units, then this card just seems like way overkill. The hardest part of this card is not losing before it hits the board, yeah. I think volley does a decent job, at least with how I've built it. Even against an extremely fast deck, Jinx, Annie, who else? MF. I think you have enough stabilization in the early to mid game to where you just don't auto die. 3 Incinerate, 3 Challenge, 3 Big Guys, 3 Snapfire, 3 Warwick, 3 Yi, 3 Sky Splitter, 3 Deadbloom are all stabilization cards, basically. And Buccaneer, I guess, too. So you have a lot of just, let's kill the board, and then we can play this and have it just win. That doesn't always work out, so. Like the new control volley builds. Yeah. I don't know if it's control exactly, it's more mid-rangey. Control is like Kaisa or Lux. Just kill everything all the time with spells. And that's the entire point of the deck. You actually play units in this deck and like attack and play the game normally. Yeah, I'm liking this deck so far. It's pretty good. It's probably going to have a lot of tough matchups. I think if aggro decks and fast decks get a little bit faster, things are going to get out of hand for you. It's already like just... I think it does beat aggro currently, but like just enough to the point where it beats aggro consistently. If that gets any faster, I think it gets out of hand. Yeah, and I think against control, Lux is probably going to have an easier time dealing with this deck than Kai'Sa. A lot of Kai'Sa spells are just literally useless. Disintegrate, Void Seeker do like basically nothing against you. Those are her main control tools. And then if she's spending Acathean Rain to kill a guy, that's probably good for you. You cannot Acathean Rain Deadbloom, like ever. That just sucks. So there's that. That's like the only card Kai'Sa has to clear this guy right now. Because Singularity doesn't kill him. So Lux does kind of insta-lose to a 7 might. Yeah, I can imagine. Well, she has her signature spell, but... And Dragon, I guess. And Call, but... Those aren't 5-cost spells, so you're not getting your draw. Lux probably has enough ways to deal with this to, like, just not Giga lose, but I don't think Kai'Sa has a chance, really. When new cards coming out? We already have a few. 3 of them from a few days ago, and then this guy. This guy's brand new. He just came out like 5 hours ago, I think. Twisted Fate. He's got a lot of text on him. 4 energy and no power for 4 might. That's a good start. You like to see that. When I attack, reveal the top rune of your rune deck, then recycle it. Okay. Do one of the following based on its domain. So if you reveal a purple, you just do nothing, I guess. That kind of sucks. Triple color? It's technically quad color. We don't really have a deck to do that. Maybe in future sets we'll get decks that aren't just 2 color. That'd be cool. If Twisted Fate is like 4 color, that'd be nice. A lot of text for a card that does nothing? Yeah, it sometimes just literally does nothing if you flip purple. If you get red, deal 2 to an enemy unit here, 1 to all other enemy units here. Okay. That's not terrible. You're already beating over something that's 2 anyway, so... I mean, I guess. Lose, draw 1. That's not bad. That's good. That's free draw. And yellow stun. That's also really good. But it's random, so... I don't really know how good this card is. If you hit off of it either blue or yellow, this card's really good. But if you hit purple, it literally does nothing. So... yeah, just believe in the heart of the cards, and the card is good. Yeah, that red effect kind of just sucks, though, I think. That really doesn't help. Purple-yellow is a combo that we can't play right now, so that's interesting. That is literally just not an option currently. Which makes me think we might get that color combo soon. That'd be cool. Huh, yeah, interesting card. I like that he doesn't cost power, that's really nice. I think this card would be really bad if it did. But yeah, if you hit, this card's great. But if you don't, it's still like, eh. I guess you're not paying power for it, so... there are some more, I think. Yeah. From China. Okay. What do these do? I see. Defensive meditation. I think that's the green one, right? Reaction. If the opponent has 3 or less points, this card costs 2 less points until victory. So like they're at, what, 5? Is that what that means? If your opponent has 5 or more points, cost 2 less? Draw 1, channel 1. Oh. I don't know if that's that good. 3 to draw 1, channel 1? That doesn't seem great. I think they pop up with Assassin decks next set. Rangar and Kha'Zix. That'd be cool, yeah. How does this work? Is this if they have 5 or more, or 3 or less? I'm assuming 5 or more. Did someone answer that question? I don't know. Because that does affect its playability a lot. If this is your opponent has 5 or more, I think this card's pretty mid. Draw 1, channel 1 for 3? Kinda sucks. That's pretty expensive to just not really do anything. 5 or more is how I read it as well. Yeah. If your opponent has 3 or less points, that is 1 mana, draw 1, channel 1, which is nuts. That's a crazy card, but I don't know. You only want to play this in the early game, really. So 3 I think is just too much. Yeah. Portal Rescue reaction. Banish. Yeah, an allied unit. Then its owner plays it to their base, ignoring its cost. That's an extremely good effect, but that's very expensive. So this is just ephemerate, kind of, but like bad. Let me pull up that card. You have this. But it's so much more expensive. It's just a basic blink spell. The only things this is good with is like Dragon, Harness Dragon. That's like it. Does anything else have a good on-play effect? Does play it, right? Yeah, play it to their base. Ignoring its costs. Bad ephemerate, yeah. Yeah. I think it's overcosted for what it does. It's only really good with Harness Dragon. That's like it. The only other on-play effects we have in blue is the guy that draws one, the Yordle. I don't think that's worth paying 3 and a power 4 to draw one. That's definitely not worth it. 3 and a power to kill a unit is good. But if you draw this card and you don't have Dragon, it does like literally nothing. So yeah, I don't know. It's definitely a cool card and very interesting. Probably gets a lot better in the future. With a card like this, they have to be careful now about how crazy of on-play effects they print, so... But yeah, it's literally just like Harness Dragon, and that's it. Like, maybe you could play 2 of this in Lux? Maybe? I think this card would unironically be better if it costed 5 and 0 power. If this card was more expensive, it would be better. That's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this card's very playable right now. Maybe you could play 2 in Lux, but that seems like not great. And then Plaza we've already seen before. So. Yeah, let's build the decks. I already built Volley. Could have played it a bit. This is what I'm going for right now. These fields just say I'm going into the late game and don't really care about anything else. That's basically what this deck does. Sigil's really nice for taking off aggressive pressure. Obelisk gets you there faster, and Esperance is also relieving aggressive pressure. Incinerate's like your only turn 1 play. You just kill something, you basically just skip both players' turn 1s, which is good for you because you want to go later. Have you built Garen? We can. We can build Garen. That is something we can do. Yeah, basically you just go second with this deck, you pass turn 1, maybe play this sometimes, and then turn 2 you play Drake or Scorcher or Bucky and you ramp, and then next turn you try and start stabilizing. You can sling out Yi, Sapphire, Warwick. You do like Warwick plus Challenge. Snapvine plus Sky Splitter is really strong. Snapvine Challenge sometimes, if he lives. Warwick Challenge is nice. Yeah. I really like Yi in this deck. He's been so good. This card's great, man. He just kills something immediately, and then they have to either answer him right away, or they kind of just lose. Yeah, great card. And then just big things. Because Volley. Yeah, fun deck. I think it does actually have a chance of being meta playable now that it's gotten so many upgrades. Before reveal season started, when we only had 4 decks, this was literally the worst deck in the game. You just couldn't win, but you've gotten a ton of cards since then, so the deck is kind of overhauled, like completely. You being 6 is kind of awkward into blue. Yeah, well I mean if you're playing against Lux, right? Like, you probably take out a lot and just put in more big guys. You just force them to have constant answers for all your threats, and they probably just run out of answers. Especially with this. And against Kaisa, I don't think you need to worry about, like, anything. They just literally can't deal with Dead Bloom. What are some other decks that got better? I don't think that much really got that much better recently. Probably not. I mean, Teemo's good now because he kind of got an overhaul too. But that was a little bit ago. Yeah, nothing else really got any crazy upgrades. It's kind of just volley. I guess Kaisa got crazy card. Singularity. That's excellent. I think you probably just beat Jinx now, and basically every aggro deck just folds to you. Like, completely. That's probably the case. You are gonna giga struggle against Set. I would imagine you just cannot kill him. And against Volley, you're probably gonna giga struggle as well, because you just literally don't have an answer to Dead Bloom. A good answer to Dead Bloom? I mean, you can kill him, but it's like pretty bad. And then as soon as they start getting big guys, you can only kill one a turn, and they can play two if they have Dazzling. So you kind of just lose, I think. But yeah, against like everything else, this deck should be really good. It's basically only Set and Volley that you're probably going to struggle. Maybe against Lee Sin as well. You're probably going to have some trouble killing him. I guess he's got Zhonya's and stuff like that, so Windwall, yeah, that might be a struggling matchup as well. Against the big guys that don't die, this deck probably gonna struggle, but everything else is really good. So, medical type deck. Alright, yeah, let's build Garen. Let's go. Ari, Teemo, and Kaiser playing Singularity. That sounds about right. That card's really good. Why are you here? Get out of here. We're not building a good deck. We're building a great deck. Where is he? Get in here, champ. What does this deck do? Just play the game? I'd imagine so. You don't really have any sauce. You just play guys, right? Gimme tokens. This works with tokens. Give me more tokens. Give me more tokens. Give me more tokens. Oh no, Karen. Probably 3 Darius. That seems good. 3 Stratagem. Oh, dude, get out of here. 3 Stratagem. Yeah. Dragon. Probably. None of these. Maybe we play some Yi. Sounds good. The duel? Yeah, I want at least 2 of those in here. That sounds good. Which Garen do we play? Probably yellow. Yeah, probably yellow. To actually, like, attempt to proc our legend effect. Somewhat. Triple Darius sounds good. I guess we play Snapvine, right? That card's just too good to pass up on. Evangel, give me more tokens. We probably have to play Strike, right? Probably. And Blade, we make tokens, so put that in. And then we need one more card. Gotta do token stuff. Here, not having tank is a missed opportunity. Yeah. This guy probably should have been 6 and had tank. Same with this guy. They both should have been that way. Third duel. Sounds good. That sounds fine. We just make a lot of tokens and then buff them. That's it. Yep. I don't think I want to cut any of these. Maybe we can cut one of these and one of these because it's very expensive, and then throw in 2 of that. That might work. Some more pump. We only have 4 total plus strat. That's probably fine. That's probably enough. Yeah, seems fine. Set might actually be insane this deck to protect your tokens. We could play Shen. We can't buff anything, is the issue. Is there any way we would buff stuff? Kind of missing 2 drops, right? We just go second with this deck and play a 3-drop. That actually doesn't sound bad. I kind of like that plan. Yeah, just say 2 drops are for chumps. Sounds fine. Play operations. I like playing good cards in my deck. I think this is fine. I don't really have many ways of triggering Captain, huh? I don't really know if we want seals, though. We might. It kind of sucks. I don't want to cut anything for seals. I think seals are just... eh. Yeah, I think this is fine. We get... if we're going second, we have extra. We get to 5 easily anyway. Play either of these or that if we want to. Yeah, I don't think we need seals. We pay a power, we go down to 4 next turn, we're at 6, we could play basically whatever we want to. Except Dragon. Sounds fine. Yeah, I don't think we really need seals. Especially if we're going second. What's a funny name for Garen? What does he say? For Demacia? Yep. I guess that sounds like an apt description. And then, of course, our description is going to be this. There we go. Oh, I can't. Oh, I'm missing runes, duh. What's our split? Lots of order, got it. Probably want to play Snappy on 2 consistently, so probably 7-5. Despite having like a lot of yellow. How consistent is Snappy on 5? Turn 2 when you have 4 runes. We need 2 though. Ooh. Yikes. Okay, give me math. Let's average these. So when you have 6 runes with 5, it's 88. And when you have 4 runes with 5, it's 58. So 73% chance. And if we go down to 4 runes, that's 41 plus 73. 50-ish. 60-ish. Yeah, I think we need to stay at 5. And then battlefields. What do you play? You definitely play that. And then... now what? Now what do we do? This might help save our tokens. Sure, I'll play that. And then make more tokens. Sounds good. It's still leading cards. No, it's not. There we go. Would you play Fortified in this? The battlefield? Why though? I think I like Altar better for going first battlefield. Well, I guess we're never going first, huh? In that case we have to play Obelisk. So we essentially always start with 3 energy. I think I like Reapers a little better. What's better, Altar or Reavers? I think well, we're playing Cole. Okay, yeah, Altar's gotta go. Yeah, this is fine. What do? We just blind pick Trifarian, and then when we pick, we go second with Reavers, and when they pick, they make us go first, and we Obelisk for 3 energy anyway. That sounds about right. Yep, Garen. Yep, Garen. What's next? Yi. I want to build Yi. I haven't built Yi yet. He seems extremely fun. And really good too. Like surprisingly good. I think this legend is crazy. Slap those in. Probably slap those in. Slap those in. Slap those in. We're also probably going second deck because we have this man turn 1, which is crazy. And we want the mana because we have a big mans. And big mans are good. What other big mans do we play? Probably don't need that many. I want to slap at least 2 of those in. That's going in. That's probably going in. That is more of a going first card, though. I don't know. Do we need challenge? I don't know. Do we play Clock or Poro? I think I want Clock. I want the draw. I don't think +1 is that necessary in this deck, because he's already +2. Is this enough removal? It probably is. I don't think we really need challenge. It's kind of only good against aggro in this deck, right? The only good challenge targets we have are Dead Bloom and sometimes Yi. Otherwise, it's just dead. We can't play buffs and challenge though, so maybe that's fine. Maybe 2, maybe just 2. It kind of is only great in combination with other things. Don't think you ever play this picking first. You're fine going second. Yeah. Playing Wielder turn 1 going second is just such a strong play. And if we blind first with this deck, we have to shove more 2-drops in, which might start clogging things up. Maybe it's not that bad though. We're kind of missing some units. I mean, yeah, we could shove in 3 of this guy and 3 Kiana if we want to go first. And that's our full deck. That doesn't seem bad. That seems decent. Kind of like that. Yeah, it probably is better going first with this deck. Just take a field, play Sona. You can either play her in base or on a field. Doesn't really matter to get the E if you're solo holding. I think this is fine. Yeah, we're not paying that much power except for Snappy, which I think I'm fine with. We want to get up to 8 as fast as possible, but I think we can do that in this deck. There's not really that much power consumption. If we pay like 1 a turn, that's fine. Yeah, Charm seems nuts in this deck. With Ease buff, that's like so good. I don't really know if we need that much removal. But I'll still keep the challenges in for now. We could play some meditation instead, which might be better. Just have some draw, because we don't really have that much draw right now. I don't really know how important draw is, though. You seen Willow's E-list? Is it some wacky thing? Wuju style. This one. 1 Yi. I see. Very interesting. Problem with this, I think, is like, what do you do when you get knocked off your field? Is the plan to just like never have that happen? Because I don't think that's a realistic expectation. Like, you have primal strength and that's it. That's your only real way of pushing. Commented on Flare of Blaze and Warwick. Yeah, I think it's probably not worth the inclusion if you're just playing it for that. At least in volley. In most matchups, Flurry does like literally nothing unless you have Warwick, so it's probably a meme. It was kind of funny watching him coach Max on this. Goal is just holding one battlefield with the unit forever. Yeah, I don't think that's realistic, though. I don't think this deck is going to work. You're only pushing Power's Primal Strength. That's literally it. If you don't draw that card, you just can't take fields. Yeah, I don't know about that. You lose your battlefield, you call it E? Sure. But then, if you lose it again, what do you do? Like, this deck auto-folds to Kaisa. Whereas, if you have a Dead Bloom, Kaisa literally can't beat that card. Removal spells in general just, like, destroy you. Unless you have enough stuff to stop them. Units have a lot of might when defending, but they kind of all die to rocket. Yeah, they die to all, like every removal spell, except if you have some answers. Yeah, I think this is probably just a meme list, if I'm being honest. I don't think that game plan is gonna work. I think I'd rather just be playing good cards. Cards that win. Like, I think this is enough small units and defensive power. 3 Poro, 3 Clock, 3 Wielder. That sounds like enough to me. And then still 3 on guard, 3 defy, 3 discipline. That also sounds like enough. I don't think you need to go overkill on those. That seems like too fragile of a game plan. Snapfied resolves all of your issues. He often does, doesn't he? Especially in decks with pump spells. And Gentleman's Stool. Yeah, the only card I'm really iffy about in here is probably Challenge. Maybe the Kiata as well. Maybe you can cut down on some number of those and add Meditation for card draw. Because we don't have any draw spells right now. We have Discipline and Kiata, and that's it. So we might run out of cards. But I think Rune Prison's more of a sideboard card. I think we just have enough defense. We have 3 defense here and then pump spells. Probably just as effective in most scenarios as Rune Prison will be. But post side, you probably want to bring like at least 2, maybe 3 of them in, depending on matchup. I think into the wider format though, this is just better. Like, this card just does literally nothing against some decks. Like aggro, you just don't want to play this. Yeah, maybe you could sideboard the challenges as well, because again, it's probably only really good against aggro. You're never challenging over bigger things unless you have draw your pump spells in combination with the challenge. I think I'm gonna cut these into the sideboard, bump this, cut one of these and play 2 of that. That seems a little better. Gentleman's is just more applicable into the wider field. And Challenge is more of a sideboard card, at least in this deck, I think. You probably also side some number of Primal Strength. Again, it just, like, literally does nothing against aggro. But against most other things, it's pretty good. I think things like Duel are just more widely applicable. For main deck inclusions, anyway. And it looks like things like Set and Volley are getting pretty scary, so yeah, Challenge is a bit dicey to put in the main, at least. I think this is fine. I think this is a fine list. What's our rune split? A lot of body, I see. I want to consistently play Soda on 2, right? Turn 2. So, turn 2. With 4 runes in the deck, I've got 86 or 93. How orange hungry are we? Snap fine. I see. I think this is probably a fine split. Yeah, this seems okay. It's a little awkward because we want to have consistent soda and consistent snap fine. So it's a little awkward, but I think this split is fine. And then our fields. We're a little weak to removal. What's its name? Cold the Weak, yeah. Maybe Altar is a potential inclusion for those matchups. Yeah, we're like really weak to Coal. Except if we draw specifically Defy. I guess we're blinding first, right? With this deck, so what's a good turn agnostic field to play for us? I think for when we have the choice and we pick to go first, we probably want this just to ramp. That seems really good. Targon's is also good, but it's really only good. I really don't think it's that great in this deck, at least, as opposed to Peak. I really want to ramp. I want to get to 8. Probably not playing Reavers, because that has anti-synergy with Dead Bloom and Yi. It does help us save our guys though, but I don't really think that's an issue. If they're making us go second, what do we want? Probably more mana. There's not really that many great choices here. I think we're probably favored into aggro anyway, so I don't really think we need to play a field for them. Yeah, I really don't know. The fields really don't benefit us that much, except when we're strictly going first. I guess we can play this and this, I guess. They do help us. I just really don't like playing 3 fields that benefit going first. I want a little more agnostic stuff. I think think this is fine for now, though. Maybe we can play aspirants, but like going into a longer game against Volley probably isn't the best idea. Although I just don't think you're gonna have that good of a Volley matchup anyway. I think you're just a little too slow. You could probably sideboard. I don't know. Yeah, Volley seems potentially a rough matchup, just no matter what you do. This is definitely mid-range. Just playing a normal game, trying to hold most of the time, I think. I know like literally nothing about Master Yi. What does he do? Sure, Wuju style. That's what he says, right? I don't know. Glitter Cell Gaming. Boom. Yeah, I think that's a good first draft. Alright, we're gonna build some more decks, the rest from Proving Grounds, and then yeah, good stuff. I'm gonna take like a 5-minute break though, so I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. More deck building. We've got 2 more Proving Grounds to build. Annie seems interesting, so does Lux. Let's build Lux. That's not the deck builder. Yes, let me put Siphon Power in my Lux deck. I love that for me. Probably that. That seems good. This guy. This guy. This guy. Is that all the units we need? We probably want more. Give me 3 Kaisa. We need some units that do something. Do we want to play Echo in this? I don't know. I think I'd rather just play other stuff. Do we want more than one of you? I don't know. If you die, it's kind of dicey, huh? Probably. Like, we go first with this deck, 100%, and then turn 2 we just play Lux, like, every game, I think. Pretty much, right? So, we just don't need turn 2 units in the deck, because we have that covered. The only purpose our units serve is just to get points. It's the same as like Kaisa, and Kaisa Champion just is the only unit that really does anything in the deck. Yeah. I'm just gonna build it the same way I built Control and Kaisa and just see what happens, because that's probably just how you play it. I think I want this, and this, and this. And then we just scroll down and put all these in the deck. That. That. Probably that. Probably that. You can't have any more. Okay. Do we really need Cull and Blade? I mean, they're really good with this card. They're probably not bad either with just our little guys. I think I want more removal. That's kind of the whole point of the deck. Maybe we don't need that many units. Maybe we can just pass turn 1. Just not do anything. I think we have enough draw power in the deck. I don't really want to play Book. Already got Hidden Blade. It's a lot of draw. Maybe we can cut down on Kaisa. Just play 2, but it's kind of our win condition. Like, I mean, I guess our win condition is Lux, right? Just legend effect, draw cards, kill all their stuff. They don't have anything, and we do, so we just win. Kaisa kind of helps with that, though. I want to play, like, a unit that's good. Yeah, we probably don't need that many units, huh? Ravenbloom's just so good. I want more spells, though. I want more kill power. Yeah, I don't really know if we need this. I just want more things that say stuff dies. That's kind of all we got, huh? Yeah, that's kind of it. I don't think we play unchecked. I think that's a little overkill. That's probably a side card. Like side 3 of this and 3 dragon for volley. And that seems fine. What else would you ever want to side? Like, I think you're covered into other matchups. Nothing else really helps. Like, maybe you can side some Ravenbloom and some Ari to contest board earlier? That might be fine. I think this is okay, though. I guess I'll throw in a Ravenbloom because we need a card. Sure, that seems fine. Yeah, I don't think we need Apprentice. I don't think so. I just want more cards. He gives me a card. This gives me a token. I think those are just better. Yeah, this sounds fine. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this. Seems fine. Removal Turbo. Control Lux. Units? What are those? Oh, I need to add runes and stuff. New to the game, like the concepts, but I'm a little bit worried with only 4 starting cards at hand. Well, technically I have 5. Games will be a lot about RNG. What's your experience so far? The game is definitely not RNG, I'd say. I think there's a ton of skill. I think the most RNG you're going to experience in this game is going to come down to bracket luck, like your matchups. Some decks have some pretty bad matchups and some better matchups, so... But as far as like luck in terms of gameplay goes, I think there's very little. The game seems extremely consistent math-wise. And you do get 5 cards in starting hand, because you draw on your first turn. So that helps a lot. And you technically have a 6th card at access to you. You get your chosen champ. So you technically have 6 cards in starting hand. Like 40 cards in Spain, better consistency compared to 60. Yeah. Only 4 cards in hand feels a little too little. I mean, you technically get 6. And with the mulligan for 2, I think it's perfectly fine. There's like never really been a time where I've drawn a dead hand, except in like Yasuo, who just does that. So yeah, I need runes. Give me the runes. Stats. 50-50. I see. Easy solution. Battlefields. We don't really care. Little obelisk. We want to go first, so in games where they make us go second, we have 4 and we just play this. That sounds really good. Probably Targons? Oh, maybe this for going first. Yeah, probably that. Seems good. Look, you have to play seals in this deck? Do you? Really? You just want to get to 6 and chill. I don't think you play that much. Your only expensive card is Singularity. Everything else is just 1 or nothing. Yeah, I don't think you need seals at all. Singularity is your only double cost. As far as the bad matchups, those are always in TCGs. Yeah. 8 card sideboard is huge. It's almost a quarter of the deck to target your bad matchups. Yeah. I like the sideboards. Kind of wish it was 10. We do kind of have, like, too many good cards. It's kind of hard to choose what you want to play. But yeah, 8 feels nice, at least. There are a few matchups that are just, like, so bad, though. So we'll have to see. We still have like 100 cards left to see in the set. So we're probably going to get answers to those bad matchups, I would imagine. Yeah, I don't think you need seals in this deck. Your only double cost is Singularity. As long as you're paying 1 power a turn, it doesn't matter. Going first, going second, and then that for returning agnostic sounds good. Yeah. The other deck, Annie. I think Annie's actually surprisingly decent, at least in some matchups. She's probably just a counter pick deck against things like Set and Volley, because Rebuke and Possession are just so good in those matchups. Against a lot of other decks, I can see her just kind of folding. Like, you do literally nothing against Krita. So, there's that. 3 Gust, 3 Incinerate. Kind of units do you want to play? Probably this. That seems good. Rearguard, definitely. Merchant, definitely. 3 Rebuke. I think probably 2 Phoenix is worth including with these. It really doesn't do a whole lot on its own. And it is a good source of, like, some card advantage, because this deck is probably gonna struggle with that extremely hard. I want 1 of these, and probably 3 of those. And then, like, no big units. Maybe some Darius. But, like, have a chance of swinging over things. 2 possession. 3rd in the side. And I don't think you even play Tippers in main. Probably not. It seems way too matchup specific. Where is the guy that plays the open fields? Where are you? You. Get in here. Probably 3. I need 1 more card. All these seem fine. Sure. Get in here, champ. They're Darius. Yes, let me put Rocket in my Annie deck. I wish. I wish I could do that. Yeah, this seems fine. I think a pretty straightforward deck to build. You just get points, and you stop your opponent from contesting your points, and that's literally it. If you can score fast enough, you win. If you can't, you just get pushed out of the game in terms of board advantage, and just lose. A lot of purple. Okay. What do we have for early game? Seeker and Phoenix? Oh, we've got a lot of early game red. That kind of sucks. Probably this. We need a lot of purple though. The ruin split is kind of awkward. Maybe you can get away with this. Turn 2, if we have 4 red in deck, we have an 86% chance to get a red. It's probably fine. But we can play that down turn 1 though, which is a little sad. That's a pretty low chance, I guess, like 60, 70. I think we just probably need a lot of purple. Oh, but Legion, I don't know. 5-7, maybe. We pay a lot of both, which is kind of sad. That sounds fine though. Oh, I need fields. Oh, I need more cards. Do we ever play Flash in this? It saves our units. Oh, Cleave seems really good too. I'm not sure. This also seems kind of nice. I already have Annie though. So... Oh, this guy. Duh. Yeah, put those in. I gotta cut a card, I guess. It's probably this if we have 3 MF. Yeah, that seems fine. Fields, probably reverse. And that. They're gonna make us go second. So we play Obelisk and play two drops turn 1. That sounds pretty strong. Or an MF. Yeah, this seems fine. Do I want one for going first? That was the question. Probably. I don't think we really need reverse. I don't need that. Maybe this. Having more energy is really nice. Yeah, this game 1. This for going second, this for going first. Sounds good. Yeah, I like that plan. What does Annie say? I don't know. Tibbers isn't here. Aggro tempo Annie. I'm on fire. There you go. I think that's how you spell that. Yeah. I think that's all the decks. Yeah, and its first set also. Usually it takes like 4 to 6 sets to make meta more balanced. Wouldn't surprise me if we had like 3 to 4 decks, but at the beginning, I think that's pretty balanced. 3 to 4 would be really good. I'm worried that like 1 or 2 might be stronger than everything else. I think that would be a bad scenario to be in. Getting step brain, yeah. Yeah, as far as like meta is concerned, I think like there are a lot of decks that have potential, like Volley, E, even Lux and Annie have potential, but I don't think they're quite there yet. Victor and Jinx definitely, and Set too. Other decks I think are just like a little too weak or very counter picky. Meta, Annie's really counter picky. Decks like Annie, Kaisa, maybe Misfortune, maybe Lee Sin, Teemo, Ari are kind of just like good into some things and really bad into others. So I'd say they're more like counter pick options. Decks that I just don't think have much hope. Karen and probably Darius. Something really needs to change with them to... Why do you have a list called Highlander Ari? Do I? Oh yeah, because we played Highlander. Yeah. 1. Yeah, I think Jinx and Victor are still very good. Volley's up there, Set's getting up there. Probably really good already. Yi's probably getting up there. Other decks I think are either a little weak or just like counter picky. But yeah, we still have like 100 cards left, so a lot can change. We're down with the actual set release, so I'm excited to see where things go. I think the game is in a lot more balance of a state than it was a little bit ago. A lot of other decks are rising up in the ranks, which is nice to see. I think some decks still have like a lot more potential than others. Like yellow's missing 2 epics. We don't have either of the generic epics for yellow. So if those are crazy, then Victor and Lux can go nuts. And Set too. Potentially Leona, but I think Leona just pays a little too much power to really be that effective. You're kind of missing a little bit in terms of top end. You have Dragon and Yasuo, but those are expensive. And your spell is expensive. Like, very expensive. So, either I think you just kind of shift how you build to not be so power hungry, or the deck just won't be that amazing. Like, you're super strong in the early game. Sona and Leona are like crazy early game cards. You just cannot contend with them. Don't try. But your effectiveness kind of just peters out mid to late game. Like, I think I need to put more top end in the deck to really have a chance. Like, you just pay so much power. I think you have to cut this one of those, and then that. You just need more big guys. Yeah, it's rough. The deck is extremely strong early game, but kind of just fall off. Maybe this will make it come back and actually be playable, because it's kind of the biggest guy you have access to, except this, but you're not playing that. Still think Yasuo is just better. You don't have enough stuns. You have Leona still, and that's like it. Zenith Blade, I guess, but so expensive. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with where the game is right now. I think it's going to get better. I hope it does. If it stays the same, then that's fine too. Who's your favorite legend? Ooh, that's a good question. I like a lot of them. I think I like most of them. As far as like play style goes, I think I'm more of a mid-range player, and I also like big guys, so I think Volley is probably gonna be my favorite. I played a lot of him before reveal season started, and he was pretty good. He was decent. At least the aggro mid-range version was. The ramp just wasn't playable. But now ramp is a ton better, so he's pretty fun to play. Yi is also really cool. I like him. I don't really like aggro decks as much. Just not an aggro guy. Like Annie, Jinx, MF. Not really a fan of those, even though they are decent decks. Like, I think all three of those have potential, at least counterpicking potential. Like, I don't think any deck in the game is bad, except Garen. He kind of just doesn't have anything going for him. I think every deck that we've seen is either going to be good, decent, or a counterpick option. I think that's where the game is headed. I think they've done a pretty good job of balancing things. Maybe Darius and Yasuo are going to struggle as well. These seem a little weaker. But you never know. We still have 2 epics for yellow. They could be crazy for Darius. Who knows? We still have green Leona as well. So green as a whole might get a big boost, and Leona might get a big boost as well. Red Kaisa as well might be nice. Kaisa's in a pretty good spot. She just hoses aggro and just auto loses to Volley, so again, just another counterpick. But some of your cards that you're getting in the future may fix that. Like, I've heard we're getting a kill spell for blue, which would help a lot. Yeah, I think every deck definitely has potential for at least some kind of positioning in the metagame, which is nice. Yeah, I think I might come back later today to do gameplay, or just tomorrow, because I have tomorrow free. So I want to actually play more with, like, probably Yi, probably some Volley, maybe some Kaisa. Though I think I know how Kaisa's matchups are going to go just by looking at things and playing her a decent amount previously. I have a deck, a real deck. I printed one from Office Max. It's Victor. Hold on, let me set up my phone camera so you guys can see. Okay, I printed a proxy deck so I can play actual camera games. Hold on a sec. Let me switch over to this. Probably that one. Yeah. Let me set up the camera. It's 20 minutes behind watching it build a Lux deck. I see. Oh, there it is. Hello. I have table. Yes. Keyboard, I guess, is in the way. I have cards. Yes, real cards. Well, not real. I mean, they're proxies, but they're real to me. So I can actually play like real games now, which is nice. I don't think the list has changed since last time I built it. Oh, the cards are all jumbled. Great. Amazing. Thank you, past self. Big man's. Big spell. Other spell. More spell. Guy. 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 Yeah, I don't think the list has really changed since I played TTS, but seal, good stuff. You do need to actually like have energy in this deck because you pay so much. So like stratagem, dragon are super expensive, so you kind of need seals. And to trigger Legion on your duder, of course, this guy. Gonna have to play seals for that as well. Small duders. Three of my mans. The guy, he just dies and he draws. That's his whole point. Three of a card that actually does something. Raven Bloom. Goated card. These are all jumbled. Where are you? There you are. Manufacturer, of course. Goated card. I only have 2 of the draw spell. I don't really think you need more. You probably don't. Like, you have... For draw, you already have a lot. 3 Hidden Blade is basically just the same thing. And it can also be removal, so I'd rather play 3 of this and 2 of the other. I think this is just better. Yeah, 3 Hidden Blade, 2 Book. Book of Greed. Draw 2. I think 5 draw cards is enough. I think you have enough draw power, because you also have Mr. Watchful Sentry to draw, and Isa can draw as well, so I think you have enough draw. And then Token Man. More Token Man. I still play 3 Captain, 3 Evangel. I think I like 3 Evangel. It's not that crazy of like a guy on his own, but the 3 tokens are just so good. Like, that's a total of 7 might. And if you trade 1 for 1 with him, it's like, okay, whatever. And even if he dies, it's like, okay, whatever. So, I think you still play 3, this guy. That's what I'm leaning towards. And then, of course, Cole. This is probably the best card in the deck. I don't think there's anything else that really beats it. Maybe Hidden Blade, but like... Cole kind of just solos certain matchups. Like... This card is the reason Volley just can't beat you. So if Volley's ever like good and being played a lot, you just play this deck and you kind of just win. I don't know, maybe Hidden Blade's better, but I think Cole's just ridiculous. And 2v2 as well, this card is just so crazy. But yeah, I don't think there's anything left to do today. I can show you. This is the setup that I've got for... Oh god, the chat is going. The chat is not in the right place. Can I crop this? Oh no, that does not work. Live editing. Yeah, this is the layout that I'm going to use for IRL play. It looks decent. Probably got to move the logo. It's probably a good idea. I'm gonna put the points over on the blue bar. So, I think it looks good. Anyway, that's probably all we got for now. I might come back later today at 5. If I don't, I'll probably just play tomorrow. So, I'll try to get some IRL games in with real cards. That sounds fun. Yeah. I've done like a little bit off stream, but not on stream yet. Yeah. Sounds good. Alright. I'm gonna head out. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you all have a great day or night wherever you are. And yeah. Bye-bye. Take care.